So I've made a post saying how I've never had a guy go downstairs. You all know what I'm talking about, but I can't say it or TikTok will get mad at me. But I've had a ton of comments saying that you guys don't believe me. Yo, the guys my age, like 20 years old, they're different. They're not into that stuff. Guys in my generation paint their nails and cheat. That's it.
Welcome, brothers. In today's video, I want you to see how the lack of masculine men greatly affects the modern woman, how their complaints about current dating and relationships, which they themselves promoted, have made their lives more miserable instead of being strong and independent as feminists claim. But before we continue, brothers, we invite you to subscribe, like the video. We want to reach 50,000 subscribers, so we ask for a small contribution so the family keeps growing. You can leave your comments below. And don't forget to use our super chat if you want to donate to the channel. Without further ado, let's begin.
I dare you to try to convince me that jealousy isn't hot. You'll never be able to do it. Jealousy is literally like the hottest thing ever. I don't care if you tell me that's toxic. I don't care. Be possessive. Be jealous. Be protective. Like, get in a bar fight for me. I don't know. Throw some hands. Get arrested. Don't get arrested. Or do. I don't know. It's just like that, like, she's mine type. Like I've never had someone be jealous. Like I low-key get jealous, like not toxically, like not to the point where I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Or something like that. But like whenever, if I'm going out with friends and I'm looking really good, be like, damn, like who you trying to, like, that's supposed to only be for me. That type.
The modern woman has a damaged mindset. So when I see a simp treating her like a princess as if she couldn't harm a fly, I only see the recipe for disaster, because being a gentleman and allowing oneself to be disrespected are very different things. Women like a man, who is firm when something displeases him. You see, as she herself said, they call this toxic, but I love it. This is the big difference between the Chad and the simp. The Chad does what he wants and says what he wants, while the simp is afraid to set boundaries, so the woman always gets her way with him. When a woman, brothers, makes you feel disrespected, tell her things clearly and firmly. Even if she calls you toxic, stay firm, because she's not talking to a child, she's talking to a man. That will make the woman reconsider what to do and what not to do. If that woman becomes capricious or continues to cross your boundaries, then leave her, because if she doesn't respect you today, she won't tomorrow. Believe me, she'll try to mess with your mind. They're experts in manipulating men. If you're not a firm man, believe me, she'll turn you into her simp, and you'll see her go off with another man who knows how to set boundaries.
I am never gonna get heartbroken, because I'll never want to be with somebody that doesn't want to be with me. I'll never want to be with somebody that doesn't treat me the way that I know I deserve to be treated. I know exactly what I'm looking for out of somebody. I know exactly what I deserve from somebody and what I deserve to give to somebody else. And if somebody's not willing to give me that, I move on. I've been through so much in my life. And the biggest thing that I learned is to trust the process. If the universe is taking somebody out of my life, they can go. I trust where I am. If I'm having a bad day, okay, tomorrow will be better. I just don't care anymore. In the most beautiful way possible. I'm a human being. I just want to be. That's what we're supposed to do anyway. Francesco had such a short time on earth, but Francesco mastered being happy. He was just always on his own time, doing his own thing, where I was always just stressed out and freaking out about everything. I don't freak out about shit no more. I don't need to. I know who I am. I know what I deserve. I know what it's like to go through real life shit. I know what it's like to be depressed and heartbroken and rock bottom. I know what it's like to feel amazing. I know what it's like to be treated amazing. I know exactly what I'm looking for out of this world that I'm living in right now. And I will get it, because I control my own life. I create my own reality. But what the fuck am I afraid of? This mindset is power.
When a woman hits the wall, she gets a surge of power to achieve everything and a positive mindset, claiming that she has changed and all that motivational talk. But, brothers, in the end, the wall doesn't forgive. These are the ones who go through the Chad, a man who brings nothing to the table except his seed. He plays with her, enjoys her in her prime youthful years, and eventually leaves her. That's why she says she won't be with someone who doesn't love her. Now, I'll go for my beta provider to provide me with economic security in my 30s. Because, as she says, she knows what she deserves. Of course, now you deserve a good man, because you're done having fun with the Chads, none of whom gave you the ring. Now you're looking for the safe option, the beta provider. When a woman says she knows what she deserves, it means she's been through a few men who got the milk for free and didn't buy the cow. In other words, the free trial period is over. Now you have to buy the product to try it. The wall doesn't forgive, brothers.
Being a single girl in this economy is hard. It's either you go on the dating apps or you meet someone in the wild. But every time I go into the wild, I'm spending at least like $150 to leave my house. And the time I spend in the wild, the whole time I'm just thinking about how much I want to go back home. Yeah, that costs me $150 like every single time. I was telling my friends, I was like, I am about to start calling these bars and I'm like, can you put my picture on like a big screen? And then like if any man at the bar is interested in getting to know me, they can like be like, hi, I am. And then the bar can let me know like you have 5 contenders here. And I just go to the bar and then I meet them and then I come home. Wouldn't that be so simple? Wouldn't that make my life so much easier? And your life and our lives and all of our lives? Imagine if bars had that feature. They're like, these are the single ladies that want to come to the bar this night. Does anybody love them? Do you love them? And the boys are like, we love them. We would love to date them. And then you can go to the bar and you can find the love of your life and you can get married and live happily ever after. And then we can stop going out and spending $150.
This woman is like the eternal spinster. She's been making videos since she was about 27, saying things like, I'm so old. I've never had a boyfriend. I think she's around 32 now, or something like that. And every year she looks older. She seems a bit desperate because she keeps coming up with all these silly ideas to see if she can find a man. But what I wonder is, does she not have suitors? Or does she not like the men who approach her? Because nowadays, women have an idea of the kind of man they want that's above the men who actually show interest in them. In other words, they think they're a product above their market value. She doesn't want average men, but her beauty isn't enough for superior men. Every day, we'll see more women past the age of 30 because they refuse to lower their standards. Let the cost of living and artificial intelligence keep taking away jobs, and you'll see many of them wanting a man to save them. Because we all know that many of these women are financially ruined. Why do you think she complains about spending $150 at bars where she thinks she'll find a man? It's to go to places where she thinks she can find a man who has enough money to go out with her. Woman, lower your standards because you've hit the wall, and the wall doesn't forgive.
It's funny because it's true.
So I might regret making this video because I feel like some girls are not going to like me for saying these things. But one trope that I hear all the time is that girls hate dating and they're like, dating is trash, it sucks. And it totally does, but also doesn't have to. So the first reason, there's some like societal reasons for this happening that would probably be like an hour-long video to get into. But on the average, girls and women over the past, say, 15 to 20 years have become more accomplished, more attractive, and just generally better at life than men. Like, I truly think that there are just more women these days that are like the full package than there are men. You literally see it in college graduation rate. But as a result, we as women have pretty high standards for men that literally aren't out there. And as a result, the men that you are gunning for, who are like attractive and successful and nice, the level of girl that they are getting, even though you think in your mind should be attainable for you, they are also finding the whole package because they're like, on that end, you either need to lower your standards or upgrade yourself. I'm of the latter camp. I personally have worked on myself so much over the past couple of years, and it's not a lie. I'm dating much higher quality people than I was 3 years ago. Secondly, one thing that we all need to learn, people are given what they accept. And trust me, I am not perfect. Every single time I've given a guy a chance if he's acted slightly dickish to me, let's say he doesn't take me on a date, not once has that person changed their ways. If you let someone treat you like shit, they're gonna continue to treat you like shit. And sometimes when you don't respond to someone treating you poorly, you have to also accept that that means that they might go away. But in the long run, it's a good thing that they go away.
Completely false. What actually happens is that women want something above their level. The problem is that if they all consider themselves a 10, they all believe they deserve a high-value man. When many of them don't reach that standard of beauty, don't you see that every time a woman defines the type of man she likes, it's a man over 6 feet tall who earns more than $100,000 a year? That's like 15% of men in this country. It's true that women graduate more than men, but not all of them earn more because of this. There are jobs where you only need technical qualifications that can earn you more than many professionals. Another thing is that many women, after studying a career, don't want to date uneducated men, or they want men from their field who are in better positions. The problem lies in the fact that women's hypergamy is not the same as men's. A man doesn't care if a woman has money or not. On the contrary, most men don't want the empowered, bossy, demanding woman who has no time for you and treats you like trash. They prefer the pretty girl from the coffee shop who knows how to treat you and is connected to her femininity. Modern women have a hard time finding love these days because the men they want don't want them, and the men who want them, they don't like. The wall keeps collecting victims, brothers.
I feel like we need to explain how money math works in a girl's brain, because I feel like some people just don't know yet. But we're gonna explain it. If we have cash, it's free. We didn't spend any money. Cash is like monopoly money. We didn't spend any, it's cash. Because it's not coming out of our bank account, it's free. 2, if we have money already downloaded on our Starbucks app, the Starbucks drink is free. Number 3, if our favorite clothing website or just any website in general is having this crazy sale and we don't take that opportunity to purchase something, we're losing money. We are losing money. We go return something that's $200. That is $200 we now have to spend. Number 4, food. Okay, food is like a free pass. Food is it doesn't count because we're feeding ourselves to survive. Food has no limit. A shirt will cost 25 bucks, too expensive, but if a steak costs 60 bucks and we want steak, we're getting that fucking steak. Hope this makes sense.
In short, they're nothing more than a liability. I said the privileges of being a pretty woman a few days ago, but they didn't listen because that's free. It's because there's always a simp to cater to them, or they're daddy's girls whose expenses are covered. It's laughable that these women don't recognize how easy they have it because they're beautiful. They're the ones who go to bars and don't spend a dime, as men make their lives easier. Our money is like monopoly money to them. But let them hit the wall. They're the ones who suffer the most because if they can't find a husband, they start to see their privileges as pretty girls fade away, and men won't do anything for them for free anymore. Brothers, don't get into a relationship with a woman who has that mindset, thinking she's just there to spend money, because she'll be a financial drain on your life. You'll find out that her beauty isn't worth the expense. We've reached the end of the video, but before we go, the questions are for you. Why do you think the modern woman struggles to find a partner? What advice would you give to these women? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Your support means the world to us and motivates us to create more content. Stay tuned for the next exciting video from The Wall.